And I just want to encourage everyone. The music is great. We're having a good time. But we also have some interesting guests tonight. You're going to learn and meet folks right here on our platform, which is what we are about. And right now, I would like to introduce my first guest of the evening. It's none other than Miss Lisia Lynch. And Lisia is the author of the book. It's called I Am an Eagle. And it tells you how to soar and make progress in life. So without further ado, let me say a very good evening and welcome, Lisia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hall. Thank you.
You are more than welcome. Good evening again. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, and good night to all your listeners as well.
Yes, yes. And we got you loud and clear, Lisia. The book is why we're talking tonight, but I'm sure there's so much more about you that you can share with the audience. Tell us a little bit about your background now. Where's Lisia from and all that? Because you know what? Later on, when they hear about the book, they're going to go, oh, okay, now I can see why she wrote that.
Yes. I'm originally from Jamaica. I grew up in the parish of St. Mary, so I guess you can say I'm a country girl. So big up all the St. Mary listeners. Um, I went to high school there, and then I I went to Cuba and I studied economics, and then I came back to Jamaica and I did sociology, and now I reside in the United States.
Awesome. Awesome. Very traveled, well learned. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? She's very traveled and very learned. Well, don't worry about your country status, because me's country boy too, and that makes two of us tonight. So the country people go and just give people a lot of interesting information that they will enjoy and learn, because
Yeah,
you know
proud to be a country girl. Proud to be a country girl.
you're proud to be a country girl, but most of all, we're proud Jamaicans, and that's what matters.
Yes,
So
absolutely, absolutely.
that's good to know. St. Mary in the house. And like she said, big up all the St. Mary and St. Mary connections out there. We have one of your own pride and joy, Miss Lisia Lynch, right here on the line with us tonight. And she's telling us about her book, I'm an Eagle. The title of the book is I Am an Eagle. And it also speaks about, strategies on how to soar, right?
Yes, 7 principles to soar in life.
7 principles to soar in life.
Yes.
Where I think I should ask you first to give me a brief synopsis of the book. I Am an Eagle and 7 Principles to Soar in Life. Just tell me real quickly what the gist of the book.
Well, basically, it highlights, as I said, 7 principles to soar in life. Um, I did a lot of research on the eagle, and I was surprised as to how the eagle, how we can learn lessons from the eagle, how to soar in various areas of our lives. For example, the eagle loves the storm, so that teaches us how to overcome adversity. The eagle has excellent vision. That teaches us how to have a clear vision of what we'd like to achieve. The eagle does not consume dead things. This teaches us to feed our minds and bodies with things that promotes health and success.
Mm.
The eagle takes care of and train his children, so that teaches us proper parenthood. The
Mm.
eagle flies alone or with other eagles. This shows us the importance of surrounding ourselves with the right people, the right crew, and that will help us to live in our purpose. The eagle rises above his enemies. This teaches us how to deal with opposition. The eagle chooses his spouse very carefully. I remember growing up and my grandmother always said to me, take time to know him. So we have to be mindful of who we choose as our life partner. And then there's a bonus principle in the book which says the eagle retires to regenerate, which teaches us that sometimes it's very important to take a break in order to come back stronger and better.
Wow. Wow. I'm so glad we tapped into that so early in this conversation, because that truly is the foundation on which we're going to really get more into what this book is about. Ladies and gentlemen, she took the time to research the eagle. Have you ever looked at the eagle and even thought about how the eagle lived? That is such an awesome concept right there. Lisia, what inspired you to write this book?
Well, actually, on the eve of 2018, my family and I, we went to watch night service,
Yes.
and the pastor was talking about the eagle, and he didn't really go in depth, but I was so he spoke in such a profound way that I was inspired to go and research about the eagle, and I was a bit obsessive in that search. And as I learned the characteristics of the eagle, I began to draw similarities in my own life and garner lessons that I could use. And I would share it with my family and my friends as I did more and more research. And they were a bit excited, and they kept on asking me, what else do you know about the eagle? As I shared with them the information. And that kind of inspired me to just pen the book and to share with more people than just my inner circle.
Wow, which is so valuable. And I'm sure we don't want to give away the book, but we're gonna have to get a little bit more into that. So you have written other books though.
Yes.
So
I have 2 other books.
Tell us a little bit, just mention them if you don't mind. These are
I have one called hashtag 40 Days Soul Retreat, which is basically a 40 days guide into taking yourself away from the crowd and rebuilding and regrouping so that you'll be able to take on life. So it is a guide for 40 days that you go through day by day. And at the end, I am hoping that the readers will be inspired to take on whatever goals that they have. They'll be rejuvenated and inspired to go for what they want, And then the second book is Love Letters from the King, which are daily inspirations of what is in the Bible, what the Lord has said to us, because I'm a Christian. So it is inspiration from the Bible, daily inspiration, love letters from the King daily, and it is, I believe, 52 messages.
Yes.
For every week.
Good.
Yes.
Good. As someone has said, it's interesting and informational, Lisia, what we're hearing. So,
that's good to hear.
Yeah. So why did you write? What made you write? You think? Tell me. What made Lisia decide to just take the time to go through the process of putting a whole book together?
Well, I've always been into creative writing, to be honest.
Okay.
I remember as a young girl, I used to write my little poems and my little songs. And then I took it on professionally when I worked for the Glean as a journalist for 5 years.
Okay.
So I did writing for 5 years. But where I took it as doing inspirational writing,
yeah,
I believe that passion was birthed through my own personal experiences, some good, some bad. And I became my first mentee, where I would write things to myself to inspire myself, to motivate myself. And then I started to do it for my little inner circle, my family and my close friends. And then I came to the realization that, you know what? I think this is my calling. I think I truly believe that I'm called to write and inspire people.
Yes.
And motivate others.
Right.
Especially those who are like me in terms of being a late bloomer.
Yeah.
Because I believe that it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter where you're from. That it doesn't matter if you think, oh, maybe I'm too old to achieve this, or, time has passed. It's not too late to go after what you want. It's not too late to achieve all that you dream of if you just put your mind to it and believe in yourself. So that's where my writing is basically that's the audience that I'm gearing towards. Those that are looking for inspiration, those who are looking to be motivated and to be pushed to the next level in their life, and to be encouraged that you can live your best life every day.
That should be everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
That should be everybody. I was going to ask you that next. If do you have a specific audience in mind? I want to. It's an interactive platform here tonight. Want to say welcome, Peter Folks. Kay says she's going to look at the eagle differently. Wow. And Sophia. Oh, Sophia is bragging. That's my cousin, Sophia Russell. Oh, that's my cousin.
Hi, Sophia.
Ooh, look at Sophia going crazy now. And then Janice O'Shea says, it's quite fascinating. The eagle in bold letters, life lessons. So you're having an impact tonight, if nowhere else, definitely on our audience on the live
and I'm
feed.
truly honored that you gave me this opportunity, Mr. Hall. I appreciate it so much.
Absolutely. Avid, when I looked at the material, there was no way I would pass on this opportunity. So without, you mentioned the 7 principles. We don't want to give away the book. But if you were to leave like 1 or 2 pointers with us tonight, with everybody locked in, if you were to just pull from a couple of what you have in the book and say, this is where I'd start, this is what I would tell anybody to jump on as a starting process. Other than the fact that they're all going to get your book, what would it be?
I hope so.
Y'all better buy this book. You hear me? Okay.
Yes, and I have some surprises and gifts for those who purchase the book tonight and mention that they heard me on the Wayne Hall show. So.
Oh, please repeat that. So if somebody mentions this interview on the Wayne Hall show, they get what?
I have some gifts and surprises for them. Absolutely.
Okay, then. See, it pays to listen to the Wayne Hall show, guys. And this is a book you all should get. Now, Lisia, boy, I didn't know. I didn't realize Lisia was such a famous person. I have one Miss Karen Jenkins says she needs to brag too that you're her niece. Ooh. Hi, Karen. Lord, Lisia.
Yes, hi, Auntie.
I love it. Well, Auntie's an eagle, so I'll leave it at that.
I know.
Okay.
I take pointers from her.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we're not going to make this about her, all right? Promise. Hi, Karen. We love you. All right. Good. I just had to be bad. Now, I want to say shout out and welcome to Judith Hanniford, Lakeland, Florida, in the house. Good to see you, Judith. And so tell us those points that you would say are starting points, if above anything else, you would pick out of the book and say, run with this, even if you can't afford the book or for whatever reason you don't get your hands on the book. Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the biggest lessons for me.
Yeah.
The biggest principle for me personally is the eagle rises above his enemies. When we go through opposition, whether it's on the job or just in our everyday life, this is a lesson that I learned about the eagle. When the eagle is in the sky and he's attacked by the crow comes and he tries to attack the eagle. Instead of fighting with the eagle, instead of the eagle fighting with the crow, the eagle rises to a level that he cannot be reached by the crow.
Ooh.
And you know that the eagle could use one wing and totally destroy the crow. But he chooses to rise to a level that the crow cannot even reach him.
That's interesting.
And that's an important lesson. Sometimes when we are attacked or when we face opposition, it's important for us to not fight fire with fire. Sometimes we have to rise to a level where we cannot be reached by our enemies.
Yeah. And somebody very famous said it in some different words. When they go low,
we go high. We go
So when
absolutely.
you attack the eagle at a certain height, which let's say we're low, the
Yep,
eagle will rise high above you, the crow.
absolutely.
So
Mhm.
very similar, right? Similar concept.
Yes,
Yeah, when
yes,
when they go low, we go high, and the same thing applies to the eagle. Very good.
absolutely.
I can't wait to finish the book. All right, I'm telling you, oh boy, I'm loving it.
Yes.
So you were making, was there another one, or you
Yes.
feel like you,
Another one
yeah,
is the
mm-hmm,
eagle has excellent vision. I teach in the book how to. One of the things that I do personally is have a vision board. Now, a vision board is not magic, but there are many persons who can testify to its power. One of the things that I placed on my vision board before I released this book was for it to be a bestseller on Amazon. That's what I placed on my vision board.
yes,
And in the first week when this book was released, it was on Amazon as a bestseller for 2 full weeks. And
yay,
I can tick it off. So I teach in this book. So if you want to know real life principles on how to use a vision board to have the eagle has excellent vision, and it's so important for us to
yeah,
also have excellent vision when it comes to our goals and achieving them. And I
yeah.
teach in this book some principles, and one of them is having a vision board. So guys, you got to get this book
Go,
so that you can tick off some stuff off your vision board as well.
go high
That is one of mine.
and have vision. I love it.
Absolutely.
Those are the two takeaways right now, but the rest, they're all in the book. I Am an Eagle, 7 Principles to Soar in Life. We're speaking with Miss Lisia Lynch, and she's really sharing some invaluable information about life in a very practical way tonight. You mentioned Amazon. How else can we get the book? And just tell us a little bit more about the accessibility on Amazon, if you don't mind.
Yes, you can go on Amazon and you type in my name, Lisia Lynch, and you will find my book there. You can also go on Barnes and Noble, do the same, type in my name, and you'll see the books there.
And let's spell your name. It's Lisia Lynch. So,
Yes,
and that's pronounced. Am I pronouncing it right? Lisia Lynch.
yeah,
Okay, great.
Lisia.
Lisia.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Lisia. There you go, Lisia. Okay.
Yeah, persons who are looking for autographed copies,
Yes.
they can send me an email directly at Lisia Lynch, the author, at gmail.com. So
Again.
that's LisiaLynchTheauthor at gmail.com.
Lisia Lynch, the author, at gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, to get you a copy of your book. How about social media and any other ways that you can be connected other than by email that folks can reach out to you or follow
Yeah, they
you?
can
Or
go on.
yeah.
They can come on my Instagram page, and my handle is Lisia L Lynch, and on Twitter it's author L Lynch.
Author L Lynch on Twitter, Lisia
Yes.
L Lynch on Instagram, not on Facebook right now.
No.
But maybe the I Am an Eagle page will come one day on Facebook. I don't know. I'm just making it. I can't tell this eagle out to soar, man. I'm sorry. I'm nowhere near her. But,
Yeah.
but
I take all tips. I take all tips.
take
Yeah.
all tips, right? Yeah. Wow, what a fascinating conversation we're having tonight. It's 10 minutes before the hour of 9 o'clock, speaking with author Lisia Lynch about her new book, I Am an Eagle, 7 Principles to Soar. She's also authored 2 other books prior. This one has been a bestseller on Amazon for 2 weeks early on when it was released. And so it definitely is an item to go get. So when you email her, please be sure to put, I heard your interview with Wayne Hall on the Wayne Hall Show. And that will get you.
Absolutely. And the first 3 people who send me an email and a copy of their receipt for purchasing a book, I will send them some wonderful memorabilia.
All right. So she needs to see that you purchased the book. She wasn't gonna just give it to you. Lisia is she's really an eagle, man. You don't get anything easy from an eagle. How many of you have ever even been close to an eagle in your life? You know, the one. But Lisia, I gotta tell you, this concept of studying the principles and characteristics of an eagle is truly unique, and stands out very, 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 very large in my look. And I give you kudos for that. Is there anything
Thank you.
you want to add to this conversation that I might not have prompted you? I just know it's been a great conversation listening to you.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank you again, Mr. Hall. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for your listeners who stay tuned while I was having a conversation with you. But could I ask you if it's okay to do a declaration with your listeners before I go?
By all means.
Okay. We will not die in the midst of our adversities. We declare we will not die without living our divine purpose and calling. Like an eagle, we were born to operate in dominion and authority. And just as an eagle, we will all soar. That's it.
Wow. What a way to wrap up a conversation. I love this declaration. And I tell you, like I said, this is for all of us, man. And I can't wait to finish your book. I got to.
Thank you so
I
much.
got it. I got to go soar. I need to go higher. Yes, I need to go
You're
higher.
soaring already, Mr.
So,
Hall. You're soaring.
some birds, some other birds are hitting up against my wings. I need to go higher.
Rise higher, rise higher, rise
Yes,
higher.
and I want to welcome Anne McCreath to the show. And listen, we have listeners that stay up in England, and you know how late it is at night there right now, early morning. And so we want to just shout out everybody who took the time to listen to this conversation on so many Facebook live feeds. You go on there, and if it's not music, people are gone. You know, they don't listen to
Yeah.
the conversations. But I want to say a very special thank you to all the persons who are listening on Reggae Vibes Radio. I did mention I'm in the chat room. Yes, you could still find me there. And those of you who stayed with us for this fascinating conversation on Facebook. All right. Lisia, it's been a great conversation. Thank you so much for bringing this
Thank you.
refreshing thought and outlook to the Wayne Hall show tonight.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You do the same. Thanks.
Bye bye.